Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ron's Weight Loss Journey, and I'm Ron. Well, today is March 6th. It's Saturday. It's a chilly day in the neighborhood, but we're still planning on doing some walking this afternoon. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please feel free to like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's free, it doesn't cost anything. So today's video topic is about the egg fast and how everything went. And I wanted to show you something that you'd be kind of funny. So, do you have like eggs coming out of your ears? Are you sick of eggs? I almost was going to take an egg and crack it over my head because my wife thought I was cracked up when I was going to do this egg fast journey. So I'm going to put these down. Now I just wanted to show you that kind of eggs that I bought were the organic free-range eggs, and they were these. Okay, those are the eggs I ate all week. They were really delicious. So put those down. I have my notes. I'm going to grab and read off my notes and let you know how everything went. So if you hear any background noise or anything like that, I do live in an apartment and there's nothing I can really do about it. Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ron's Weight Loss Journey, and I'm Ron. Well, today is March 6th, and it's also the day after of my 5-day journey on my first ever egg fast. And I must say that I did survive the egg fast. I'm still here. That little short cameo I did at the beginning of the video, by my 5th day I was pretty sick of eggs. But I did survive. I had some good results and some good information to share with you. The eggs that I was using were the organic eggs, and I'll put that up above the timeline. I used organic free-range eggs, and I really enjoyed the egg fast during the course of the 5 days that I was on it. And so now I'm going to read my notes and just follow along. So on March 1st, day 1, now mind you, I filmed my weekly episode on Sunday and I posted on Monday. So when I actually do my weigh-in, sometimes it's on Sunday, and I use that for my weight. So on Sunday, when I weighed myself, I was 264.6 pounds, and that was the weight I was going by week 28. So Monday morning, when I wake up, I weighed myself just for giggles. I was 267.5 pounds. And I said, well, what the heck? Did I eat a pizza in my sleep overnight and gain 3 pounds while I was sleeping? So this morning, Saturday, same thing happened again. In the morning, I weighed myself. I was 262. And I was weighing myself on 3 different positions on the scale, and where do I need to be to weigh myself to get the accurate weight. I finally figured it out what was going on this morning. I wasn't weighing myself where I needed to be to get the accurate weight. When I figured that out, I weighed myself 3 different positions, and I got three numbers the same. So on the second time that I weighed myself from this morning, I was 264.6 pounds. But then when I reweighed myself again, where I figured I was supposed to be, I was 258.9 pounds. So that means I lost 5, 6, 7 pounds for the week, something like that. But anyways, I'll put the correct information over the timeline. And so when I do my next video for Monday, and I'll have that information with the scale being in the 250s. Now, I want to tell you guys something. I haven't been down to 250 pounds since the early 1970s. So that's a huge achievement for me. And I felt terrific with this egg fast program. I went out walking every day. One day on Tuesday, and I'm going to talk, I got my notes, so I want to go by my notes. I'm just going by what I can think about without my notes. On Tuesday, we had terrible winds. It was 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. It was cold. We had 4,000 to 5,000 people that lost their power. When I went down to the local gym, a tree came down right where I was driving to, the tree almost got my car, thank goodness. So I turned the car around the other way, and I got to the gym was open, they had power there. I did the bike for 30 minutes, and so yeah, everything is good. So now I'm just going to read off my notes from the very first day, and I had talked about my weight. So in the morning I made bulletproof coffee. Usual coffee, how I make it, I didn't have any heavy cream in. I had to put the regular cream that I used, but then Tuesday, later on that day, we went shopping and I bought some heavy cream, and then I started drinking my coffee with heavy cream because the egg fast calls for heavy cream. So I had the heavy cream on Tuesday, but on Monday when we had the bulletproof coffee, we put some of that Kerrygold butter, for a tablespoon of that, and it was okay. But I don't care for the bulletproof coffee, and I'm not going to make it no more because I just don't like it. And but I did drink that, and I typically drink about 2 or 3 cups of coffee a day, sometimes 4. But I've been having really agitated problems, so I'm going to start cutting back to my coffee to 1, and maybe even switching over to a decaf to see if that helps me any better. But that was the bulletproof coffee. Now, what do we have for day 1? So day 1, we made egg bites in the Instant Pot. and those were oh my gosh, those were the best. So I took 6 eggs, some everything bagel seasoning, salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, some salt and pepper to taste, the pink Himalayan salt, and I mixed it all in, and then I poured it into the silicone containers, 10 minutes in the Instant Pot, and they came out, they popped out nice and easy. I filmed all this, but the problem with filming, when I moved my camera out of position, when I was filling in the silicone containers, I actually accidentally shut off the camera, and I thought I was filming it, and so I missed that operation part of it, and this is why I hadn't been filming any recipes up now, because I'm still trying to figure it out. So I figured out part of it this week. So this coming month, we're going to send out for an overhead tripod that connects to your cutting board for the mobile camera, and I'm going to try filming it that way, and hopefully I'll have better results in filming it. Now, mind you guys, you know, I'm by myself when I'm filming, so I don't get any help, and it's hard to film with one hand and cook it with the other hand when you actually do need both hands to film. I did have the tripod going, but I couldn't get a really good video with the tripod because of the way the countertop is situated. So when I get that overhang tripod there, then I'm going to really start pushing out some recipes on my YouTube channel. I've eaten a day to help you guys lose weight if you want to follow along that way. So I broke that down to 2 meals. I had 3 eggs in the morning. That's all I had. Now, mind you, I fast. I do a 16-8 fast. I don't start eating before 11 in the morning. So I waited till about noontime before I ate. So I had 3 eggs, and I was wicked full after the 3 eggs. And then I had 1 Coke Zero, and late in the afternoon, around 5 o'clock, I finished up the other 4 eggs because it made 7. So I had a total of 7 of the eggs, 7 egg fast bites. 7 egg bites made in an Instant Pot, and then that made a total of 7 egg bites using 6 eggs. And I put 1 ounce of cheddar cheese, measured out the cheddar cheese on the scale. And another thing I've been learning about myself that I hadn't been, and the reason why I hadn't been losing as much weight as I could have been is because when I thought I was weighing out like a portion control, like an ounce of cheese, I was weighing too much, and I realized that I had the setting on the wrong scale for what I needed to weigh from the past. So I learned a lot about myself and my eating habits over this course of this 5-day egg fast. So that was that. Now what I did for activity that week for Monday, I went over to the downtown area. I walked a mile downtown. I drove my car to the downtown area, and I took some photographs along the way, a few selfies along the way, and it was a really great experience, talking to a lot of people. I have over 2,700 Facebook followers, and I met most of those people. And every time I'm walking, people are tuning on at me, asking me how things are going, and sometimes they'll pull over and talk to me for an hour or two, and then I continue walking. Yeah, so it's been a really good experience. And the other thing about that, my weight loss journey, I put myself out there publicly, and it wasn't easy for me to do that because I thought that would be my best chance to lose the weight, and you have to get support to lose weight. I can't stress that enough. And another most important thing is take plenty of photographs before and afterwards. Even if you don't want to post them or share them, you'll be glad you did. And I've been a videographer for our city for like several years now, and I film for our local studio, and I film almost everything in the city of Leominster that I could film to help those guys out, and I just enjoy filming. And when I struggle to get around from left to right and right to left using half a dozen different cameras for concerts and stuff I've done over the years, I realized a lot of it was my weight now, being on my weight loss journey. And I'll post some photographs over the timeline of my activities and some stuff I've been talking about. So now we're going to move on to day 2. Well, day 2 went really well. I had 3 coffees, regular with no. By the way, and I use monk fruit on my for my choice of sweetener, and I really love that. I buy them in these little single packages and put 1 in the morning. And day 2, we did have the heavy whipping cream in. It wasn't whipping cream; it was just heavy cream. noontime we made 3 fried eggs. Over easy, and then we made another 3 while we had the pan out for the afternoon. So I prepped my meal for the afternoon, and that was a pretty simple day there. Now for walking, we didn't go walking outside because it was too cold. So that was the earlier post that I was talking about, that we went to the gym that day. We did 30 minutes on the bike, and we felt really great that day. By day 2, I started noticing that I had tons and tons of energy in me. I hadn't had that kind of energy surge in me since around, say, September, when I was doing keto, when I first started. So I said, man, I got to get out there and get moving. And my body right now, I feel terrific. Even my back feels really good. And I started taking electrolytes there. I forgot I wasn't doing enough electrolytes, and that was part of my body being cramped up at nighttime, and my legs and everything. And then I'm realizing, boy, how important it is. Jess is right from Keto Rewind. You have to take electrolytes and vitamins and everything that you really need. And so she's got a number of great posts, and even Steffi from the Incredible Streak, and Steffi, and she's got a Facebook support group too there, the Shriegables, and I'll put all that information and links below the video so you can follow along with them. These are awesome ladies that you know, that all we want to do is just help people to get healthy. That's all it is. But yeah. So that's what we did for activity for day 2. Now we're going to go on to day 3. I got my notes here, so I'm just looking down on them so I can know what they, I was writing notes every day and how everything went. Now we come up to day 3. I made my usual coffee in the morning, and I made egg bites again. And I really love the egg bites, but I didn't mix them up enough. They tasted okay, but I had put too much spice in, but I still ate them anyways, and I was fine with that. And I had tons and tons of energy on day 3. So I went walking up the Doyle Estate. Now that was one of my favorite hiking places over the course of the summer this past year. And it was really, really, really icy. So when I got up to the rock formation, I sat down on the rock, and I was showing, I bought some of these shoe spikes. Oh, hi guys. So it's just me, Ron. I'm just letting you know how the walk is going. So I bought these my shoes here, well, sneakers. I bought these metal spikes off Amazon for they were $10. They just slip over your shoes. They gave me some extra spikes in case I break some. But look at that. So showing you, I'm at the Doyle Estate. They do grip. You just got to be careful and vigilant where you're walking. But I'm trying to stay away from the icy spot like that. But I walked all the way from down there, and I'm up at this. If you guys have been up here before, I know Frank has a lot every day, actually. So I'm just taking a breather from my walk. So this is what it looks like today. And so we're going to go walking on the snowy pack, so I don't have to worry about the ice too much, but I still got to be vigilant and careful. But I'm just putting together this video for the from my egg fast journey, and let you know what I did for exercise. Have a good day. But I walking on ice so I don't slip. But even so, I was really, really vigilant, and I was walking baby steps because I almost slipped once and almost fell once. And but I got through it. I walked 1.5 miles that day, and I took a lot of photographs along the way. And I'm gonna put some of these photographs up over the timeline while I'm talking. But you're gonna really love it. We're so blessed in our city to have all these hiking trails, and that day also in the morning I went over to where they're putting in a bike trail in our city, and it's going to connect to our neighboring city of Fitchburg. And the guy was telling me, it says he didn't want me in the general area because of the construction going on, but I took a tiny small bit of video and a couple of photographs, and then I left the area. But that's in addition to being a bike trail, you can just walk that trail. It's going to be really safe. You don't have to worry about cars or anything. So that'll give me another great option to go walking. So so we got through that, and I'm just looking at my notes to see if there's anything else I want to add from day 3. Oh, on day 3. Okay, so we did the 1 mile. Oh yeah. So in addition to the Doyle Estate, I had so much energy in me. after I came home and had my second meal and my egg bites, I actually walked down to the downtown. I didn't drive down to the downtown, and I took a lot of photographs of the downtown. And I walked another mile and a half there. So then when I got home, I put on my sweaties, and I laid down for a little while to stretch my back. And about 6 o'clock at night, the fire alarm went on here, and I couldn't use the elevator, so I went downstairs. So we had a fire downstairs on the second floor that took out 3 apartments, and somebody had left something on the stove unattended, and so I walked downstairs and I walked back upstairs. So I had a really lot of exercise that day. In fact, I walked 3 miles that day, so I felt really good that day, and I still feel good today, Saturday. So, and that took care of day 3. Now here we are on day 4. Day 4, 2 more morning coffees. I had the leftover egg bites for dinner. And here was something interesting. So for my lunch meal late in the day, I made egg loaf, something called the egg loaf. It consists of 6 eggs, 8 ounces of cream cheese, and a stick of butter. And I did it all in the food processor. But if you do that, make sure that you soften up your butter and soften up your cream cheese for about at least 20 minutes before you put it in the food processor. And then I added some cinnamon, and they said you could have added some keto approved sweetener and some vanilla extract or some cornbread extract, which I probably could have added, but I didn't. I wanted to keep it simple, and you could have even added blueberries in there for the or strawberries into the food processor. And I'll do that the next time I make those. But those are absolutely delicious. So you put them in a small pan, and I sprayed the pan with avocado so it wouldn't stick. And then I put it on for 350 degrees on a preheated oven for 40 minutes until they were cooked. And it kind of looked like custard. That's what it reminded me of, like a custard. And the top of it came out nice and golden brown. And I thought they were delicious. I'll make those again in a heartbeat. And like I said, next time I make them, I'm going to just change them up and add blueberries to them. But when I ate that for my second meal, the very next day, I had those twice that day to finish up the rest of them. What I did was I cut them up into 9 little squares and divided them by that way. And the link I'll share below the video on how those are actually made and where I actually got the recipe from. So that took care of day 4. I'm just trying to figure out where I went walking with day 4. Oh, day 4, walking exercise. So, and it continued to being very cold in the city. So day 4, I ended up going down to Sholin Farms to assess the situation. And that's another one of our hiking trails that we have. I absolutely love it there. It's an apple orchard. Had a lot of apples this past fall over there. I would grab 1 or 2 off the tree on occasion and put them in my pocket and go walking a couple of miles for energy. And yeah, I know apples are not keto approved, but when you're walking, I had to have some sugar in me, and it kind of like and I only had a couple bites out of the apples, so I did that. I went up to Sholin Farms. Sholin Farms was really cold and blustery. It was very windy. So I only made it like an hour around the apple orchard. I did 1.5 miles that day, and I was really cold, and I just needed to go home and just say, okay, to heck with it. I had the heat pad on me all day when I got home to get the chill out of my back. But I made it, and I got through day 4, and I was feeling terrific. When I weighed myself on pre-weigh-in, I almost was down 6 pounds, and I felt really good. Now we're going to go on to day 5. So day 5, the final day of the egg fast. Well, I finished up the leftover egg loaf, and I had 3 eggs over easy in the afternoon, and then I had my 3 coffees in the morning. Now for walking exercise, I went walking to another hiking trail here we have in our city. It's called Barrett Park. The last time I was down there was Sunday this past week, and it was too muddy, so we said the heck with it. So when I went down there yesterday, which was Friday, it was the ground was nice and hot, and it was no ice on it, and I didn't have to worry about it. So I walked around the entire perimeter once That was about a little bit over a mile and a half actually, according to my step tracker. And so when I walked around the park, I took a few photographs along the way, and I'll put those up on the timeline. And so that was really good. So then in the afternoon, I still had this a surge of energy in me. I couldn't get over it. So my wife and I went down to our local mall area, and I walked another mile over there. So yesterday I ended up with 2.5 miles of walking and over 5,000 steps. I felt terrific. So we ended up going to our local market basket store Friday, and they said, you know, I was getting kind of hungry because I only had one meal in me at that point during the day, and I hadn't had any meat in me all week. And I said, how do you feel about a chicken tonight? And he goes, yeah, let's have a chicken today. So by this time I had so much eggs in me for the course of the week, I just didn't feel like having eggs anymore. So I was really craving fried chicken, and they do make fried chicken in the deli area over there, but they all they had was the buffalo spicy chicken wings, and I didn't want those. So we ended up getting a rotisserie chicken. I ended up beating half of the chicken breast on one side and a drumstick on that side, and yeah, so that's what I had there, and I'm gonna have to get going pretty soon because my friend Mary is texting me. But I wanted to share my results this week and let you know how it's going. And I can't thank Steffi enough from the incredible Shrinking Steffi and on her YouTube channel, and Keto Rewind, Jessica Freeman from her channel, and her and I are planning on meeting this summer on her visit and then to her camp up in New Hampshire and go hiking up that mountain in Mount Monadnock. And so things are going to be really good this summer. I'm planning on doing some skydiving later on this summer. So I started the week at 267 pounds and down to 262. So I actually lost between 5 and 6 pounds for the week, and I'm okay with that. And like I said, I feel terrific. And would I ever do this again? Absolutely, I'd do it again. Now, there's a guy that actually wrote the book on keto and actually names it keto, and his name is Jimmy Moore. He did a 30-day egg fast, and I go, I can't do a 30-day egg fast. So but every now and then to change it up, I will do that. Now, what's next for Ron after the egg fast? Well, we're going to go carnivore for 3 or 4 days, and then we're going to do the regular keto for the rest of the week because I do like vegetables, and we're going to try to keep changing it up to guess my body as to what's going on, just to make it interesting. But I'm going to let you guys go. Stay tuned for Sunday's or Monday's video for week 29 and what we got planned for this coming week. We got 60-degree weather coming up and a lot of hiking planned. But anyways, you guys are amazing. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want to follow some other YouTube subscribers, Jessica Freeman from Keto Rewind, she's an awesome lady. Absolutely, she's the one that got me going on keto to begin with, starting my weight loss journey. And then over the last few months, I came across Steffi from the incredible Shrinking Steffies and her Facebook support group. The incredible, I know what the name is, I just can't think of it on the top of my head. I forgot to write it on my notes, but I'll put the link below the tagline and below the video where you can find her from. But she's also an awesome lady. I suggest following those two YouTubers for now. And there's many other YouTube channels that pretty much are doing the same thing. And be watching for my next video. Remember, you guys are amazing.